Our top story tonight, the passing of PawSox president Jim Skeffington.
Jim Skeffington had become the public face of the Pawtucket Red Sox and their controversial proposed move to Providence after the team was sold earlier this year.
And this morning, we learned Skeffington died suddenly on Sunday at the age of 73. Now his condolences continue pouring in. Questions linger over how his death could affect the future of Rhode Island's only professional baseball team.
Sports director Yanni Caracas is standing by with reaction from both the PawSox and their parent team.
But first, Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell joins us now live from McCoy Stadium.
Late this afternoon, we heard from Jim Skeffington's family. They say he was a kind and generous man. A statement they sent to us reads in part, Jim was blessed with extraordinary talents which he used to serve the community he loved. The essence of Jim's life was a strong devotion to his faith, to his family, and to his friends. With boundless energy and enthusiasm, Jim enriched the lives of all around him. A man and his AAA team.
To me, it's a fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
Just months before his sudden death, Jim Skeffington became part owner and president of the Pawtucket Red Sox and announced his plans to move the team to Providence.
I've been very blessed in so many different ways, and I feel it's, in my life anyway, it's an opportunity for me to give back to my community.
This was, I think, going to be his signature project.
Jim Bennett was the Providence Economic Development Director and chairman of the Rhode Island Convention Center Authority. Over the years, he worked closely with Skeffington.
What impressed me when I worked with him was his work ethic. And a little bit younger than Jim, but he outworked everybody.
And though the PawSox deal may have been a signature project, Skeffington was involved in so much more. He was an attorney for the Boston Red Sox, and his fingerprints are all over high-profile projects, including the Providence Place Mall and the Rhode Island Convention Center.
He definitely left his mark, literally, here in the city, and he never stopped, bringing that energy to bear for the city and the state. We'll always appreciate that, and we'll always remember that.
Governor Gina Raimondo echoing similar sentiment, saying his commitment to building a stronger economy in Rhode Island will have a lasting impact. Jim Skeffington was 73 years old. Today, we also reached out to Pawtucket Mayor Donald Grebian. He tells us though there were differences of opinion about where the PawSox should play, he says today he extends his deepest sympathies to Skeffington's loved ones. Live in Pawtucket with the Blackstone Valley Mobile Newsroom, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.
First, the passing of PawSox president Jim Skeffington. The 73-year-old died suddenly last night, just 4 months after purchasing the minor league team.
Skeffington's death sent shockwaves through Rhode Island, where he'd been a powerful insider for decades.
And we have in-depth coverage tonight. Target 12 investigator Tim White is taking a closer look at the impact Skeffington's death could have on the plan to move the team to Providence.
Eyewitness News reporter Perry Russum is standing by at a community meeting on the waterfront ballpark proposal.
But first, let's go to Susan Campbell, who's hearing from Senator Jack Reed. New at 6. She joins us now live at McCoy Stadium in Pawtucket.
Senator Reed has known Jim Skeffington for decades. Today, he said Skeffington was always kind and always hardworking. Jim Skeffington became a household name just a few months ago when he bought the PawSox and announced his plans to move the team to Providence. It was just one project in a long line of his high-profile projects, including the Providence Place Mall and the Rhode Island Convention Center.
He helped turn Providence into a place where it's just not a smudge between New York and the Cape.
Now news of Skeffington's sudden death is rippling throughout the capital city and beyond. Senator Jack Reed worked at the same law firm as Skeffington in the 80s and stayed in touch with him over the years.
I will never forget his skill and his kindness and also his commitment to the state of Rhode Island to make it a better place. He was as Rhode Island as you get.
Skeffington's family agrees. The 73-year-old was a talented attorney and businessman, but they say he was so much more. In a statement, James Skeffington Jr. said, in part, the essence of Jim's life was a strong devotion to his faith, to his family, and to his friends. With boundless energy and enthusiasm, Jim enriched the lives of all around him. That statement goes on to say that Skeffington's family has been completely overwhelmed by all of the kind words and messages they've received since Skeffington's death. Live in Pawtucket with the Blackstone Valley Mobile Newsroom, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.